That's right. Greetings, fellow armchair Imagineers. It's the weekend after the Golden Globes. Welcome to the award show that actually matters for the trajectory of the Oscars. Isn't that right, PerGron?
That is right. This is the only one that counts.
Forget the SAGs. Get out of here. All right.
Yeah. What even is PGA? Fuck them.
Oh my God. All right, PerGron. So, Golden Tikis. This is the second annual Golden Tikis. We already did a nomination ceremony.
Mm-hmm.
Would you want to explain to the people what this is?
Yeah, this is going to be, in that nomination ceremony, we locked in 3 nominees for each category. And then each of us threw out 2 wild cards that you, the voter, got to choose between. So over the last 10 days, 11 days, something like that, you were all able to go on and vote in the community tab and determine which of those 4 you thought deserved the lock-in. I'm going to call it the people's vote. So we agreed on one. We both got to lock one in a piece, and you now have gotten to lock one in, and we're going to be going over what you all have selected. Or just me and all 37 of my alt accounts. I don't know.
Oh God!
I kid.
You all voted for Memoir of a Snail.
Yeah, I'm the
one. We'll get to that when we get to that.
Yes, we will.
All right, PerGron, I have one amendum to tonight's proceedings. Would you like to know what it is?
I would. I'm very curious.
If you would like to swap out, so basically how we did the initial nominations is we already locked in one of them in the first half of the year, which we kind of decided on together. Those are fully locked, but you and I also locked in an additional nominee. If at any point, and this, you can do this any number of times if you want to, you can fucking go crazy with it if you want. It's all up in the air. If you would like to swap out your locked-in nomination for one of the wild card picks that you chose, you can do that.
Okay.
That's on the table.
So one of the ones that didn't win, we can get it back in?
Yes.
Okay.
But you have to swap out the nominee that you locked in already.
Right.
So I already know a couple of them that I'm going to do that.
I was going to say, you have some that you're thinking of, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Weird Little Creep in particular. The A24 nomination doesn't really sit well with me, honestly.
Okay. Now that you've
I'm fine with having Neon Pictures for best year. A24 Weird Little Creep is a little bit of a stretch.
Okay.
All right.
It was fun while it lasted.
Right. Okay, so would you like to get started? We are going to go in the order that the polls were put up. So we are going to start with the Dark Knight Rises honorary most disappointing award. Please give us the 3 locked-in nominations.
All right, so the locked-in for the Dark Knight Rises honorary most disappointing award were Amelia Perez, the winner of the Golden Globes.
Right.
Joker Folie à Deux,
the winner of the Golden Tiki.
Oh, yeah.
Let's be honest here.
And Saturday Night.
The one that's
not a whole lot
through the cracks.
Yep.
All right. Okay, so here we go. I am going to announce from the least number of votes to the winner, the wild card pick. So in 4th place with a grand total of 0 votes, I hate that you even have to make me say this on air, the American Society of Magical Negroes. No one else was feeling that one.
Nobody.
All
Rest
right.
in peace. You'll never have to talk about that movie again.
Tied for runner-up with 2 votes apiece is Moana 2 and Queer.
Okay.
And then the official locked-in wildcard nomination, unless you want to do something crazy, is The Front Room with 4 votes.
Yeah, I mean, that was the one I was going to go for. I'm surprised it won. I'm glad you all agree with me.
I feel like with most disappointing, it's been a weird year because, like, I feel like most of the nominations are genuine awards fodder that you and I just didn't really connect with that much. But the front room is literal shit.
Literally, no pun intended.
Literally.
It's all shit.
Right. All right. Okay, moving on. We have Best Ensemble Cast.
Yeah, so the nominees locked in were. Sorry, I'm going to just highlight the front room. The nominees locked in for Best Ensemble Cast were A Complete Unknown,
Mm-hmm.
which got locked in for SAG, Anora, which also got locked in for SAG, and Wicked, which also got locked in for SAG. We are 3 for 3.
Nice.
We are not going to make 4 because none of these other 4. One of them did. Did it? Did Dune? I don't remember.
All right, so the wild card picks in 4th place, Nosferatu with 1 vote.
Okay.
And again, tied for runner-up with 4 votes apiece, we have Inside Out 2 and Dune Part 2. And then running away with it with 8 votes is Juror Number 2, which I got to tell you guys, this was kind of the moment in the polls early on where I was like, okay, our audience might be taking this seriously. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's an interesting
It's certainly not a popularity contest pick, and it ran away with it pretty handily too.
Mm-hmm.
So that was even though I don't necessarily agree that the ensemble in that movie is better than like Dune, I think it's a really solid, worthy pick, and I think that it's kind of a good testament to the democratic process we have here at the Golden Tikis.
Yes, it is.
All right, so Juror Number 2 is on the board. That's going to be the only nomination it gets.
Yeah, I think it is the only nomination it got.
Mm-hmm. All right, next up we have Best Animated Feature.
And locked in, we had Flow, the winner of the Golden Globes for Best Animated Feature, Memoir of a Snail, the cult favorite, it seems, and The Wild Robot.
Okay, and with Flow, I want you to keep track of something here. I'm pretty sure that every wildcard pick that Flow was up for, it won.
Did it?
I'm pretty
sure. I voted for it, and I think everything. So
yeah.
I'm glad that the crew was with me. We
All
ride.
Right, so here we have a tie for 3rd place, I guess. Mars Express and Piece by Piece, each getting a respectable 2 votes apiece.
Okay.
For the runner-up is Transformers 1 with 3 votes. And then, this is a Disney channel, so it's not exactly a surprise. This is pretty much one of the more obvious ones to predict. Inside Out 2 got it with 6 votes.
Okay. That makes sense.
Inside Out 2 is locked in as the wild card pick.
Yeah, that makes sense. I voted for Mars Express because that was my boy.
Mars Express, I watched it. It didn't really do much for me, honestly. I guess I'm just not a cyberpunk guy.
That's fair.
Yeah. All right. Best sound, everyone's favorite category. I kind of gave away with the Flow thing, but go ahead with the lock-in.
Yeah, so best sound, we had locked in A Complete Unknown, The Substance, and Twisters.
Okay. So in 4th place, Dune Part 2, 0 votes, which I think that's kind of ridiculous, but whatever.
That is ridiculous.
Alien Romulus with 1 vote. Nosferatu with 4 votes. So this was a close one. Flo just eked in there with 5 votes to Nosferatu's 4.
Okay.
All right.
I think that is a valid win on Flo's part. The movie is all sound. So
exactly. Yeah, for sure. Okay. So far, nothing I want to switch up.
Nope, me either.
Okay.
Pretty content with all of that.
All right, we're going to go to... I'm not sure if this is the next one you have up in your list, but it's the next one I have up in mine. The Gran Turismo Honorary Most Annoying Trailer Award.
Yep.
And say Thunderbolts the way that I want you to say it.
So we have Argyle, Speak No Evil, and Thunderbolts Asterisk locked in.
All right. So yeah, for most annoying trailer, Wolves got 0 votes, which is totally fair because that is one for me where I was like, I just put it on there because I had seen it a bunch of times. The Fall Guy only got 1 vote, which I don't know. I think that trailer was pretty damn annoying, but whatever. Sonic 3 surprisingly got 3 votes, but this was another runaway. This was, I think, about as obvious as Inside Out 2 was for Best Animated Film. A Minecraft movie ran away with it, 6 votes to Sonic's 3.
That makes sense. Somebody in the comments did not like that we put Sonic in that.
That was Jacob.
Ranking. No, Sonic the Hedgehog, not only did the trailer suck, the movie sucked. I'm sorry. Come at me. Like fucking racist, notable racist Matt, whatever his fucking name is, who made Am I Racist? The Daily Wire guy. He put up a review that's getting like panned about how Sonic sucks. Sonic 3 sucks, and I do not
like, this is the one time I can actually agree with you.
This man, I do not agree with anything this man says. And I watched the review, and everyone's like, "Oh, this is a shit review." I'm like, "No, like I agree with this. This movie's bad."
You know, there's actually like people who are genuinely like pissed and upset and are actually saying that Disney paid off the Academy Awards to disqualify it from getting nominated for Best Picture.
If Sonic 3 ever got named for Best Picture, the Oscars would lose all credibility.
It would be so fucking funny.
It's a fine kids movie. Jim Carrey is fine. The CGI looks fine. The movie,
but it's got Shadow the Hedgehog, so therefore it's the best movie
right.
ever.
He doesn't even get a gun. He doesn't even have a gun in the movie. Everything I knew about Shadow the Hedgehog was from that one video game he had a gun.
All right, before we lose people here. Okay. Next we get to the honorary Florence Pugh Best Year Award.
Yeah. And locked in, we have Daniel Stevens, the studio Neon Pictures, and Pedro Pascal.
All right. On the short list, in 4th place, we have Zendaya, who did not get a single vote. And
that's crazy.
That disappointed me, too, because I was very proud of the picture I put up. Did you see the picture I put up for that poll with her?
I definitely did. I do not remember.
It was her standing next to a marquee with a Dune Challengers double feature.
Oh, cool.
I was like, how could that not, like... So, yeah, that's crazy that she got completely shut out here. Margaret Qualley got 1 vote. Nicholas Hoult got 2 votes. Willem Dafoe is our best year.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
It doesn't surprise me, but I will say this is the first one that we've gotten into where I think this was probably a popularity contest thing. Like, Willem Dafoe did do a lot of good stuff this year, but when I think best year, I think, like, it's more of an up-and-comer kind of war. Obviously, Willem Dafoe is not an up-and-comer. I don't know if that's entirely fair for me to have that criticism of him being up here. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even think he was the best pick of these. Like, he was in...
I would have gone with Nicholas Hoult myself.
Yeah, he was in 3 fine movies.
Right,
and 1 great movie. Nicholas Hoult was in 3... good, if not great, movies. Zendaya was in 2 great movies, and Margaret Qualley was in 1 great movie and the best part of 2 good, like, okay movies.
Right.
So I would have gone Holt or Zendaya. I think I voted for Qualley though because I saw she wasn't getting any votes. But yeah, I mean, this makes sense, especially based on the audience. He's a beloved person. I love Willem Dafoe. He's my second favorite actor.
Who did I lock in? Who was my lock-in pick? Do you remember?
Your lock-in was Neon.
Neon, right.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? I would swap out Neon with Zendaya if I thought that Zendaya had a chance, but I don't think she has a chance. For some reason, our audience is just not into Zendaya. She got pretty shut out at Best Actress, too, which we'll get to. So, yeah. All right. I apologize if these categories are a little scattered. They're a little scattered.
That's all right. I was confused on the day of, but we got it. We're good.
Okay. All right. Best cinematography we're going to go with next.
Yep. So we have Challengers, Flow, and Nosferatu locked in.
Okay. This one didn't really get a lot of traction in the voting, which I'm not really surprised by. It's an important category, but not the most flashy category. But Longlegs got 0 votes. I Saw the TV Glow and A Complete Unknown both got 1 vote apiece, and Dune Part 2 is our official wildcard lock-in with 3 votes. So pretty straightforward there.
Makes sense.
All right, now we're gonna have the one where we're gonna do some adjustments to it on my end. We're gonna do the Barry Keoghan Honorary Weirdest Little Creep Award.
So locked in, we have A24 for The Front Room, Nicolas Cage for Longlegs, and Shia LaBeouf for Megalopolis.
Okay, so last place we have the Cast of Kinds of Kindness, which did you submit that 1 vote for it?
I did. That was me.
Okay. Of course it was. Just so it wouldn't get completely shut out.
Yeah, I'm like, this is a funny pick. Fuck you guys.
All right, Haley Joel Osment got 2 votes, which I'm pretty sure were just for Haley Joel Osment being Haley Joel Osment.
That was the Haley Joel Osment pick.
Right. And SpongeBob got 3 votes. So your lock-in is going to be Dennis Quaid with 4 votes. So it was close between SpongeBob and Dennis Quaid. But I am going to go ahead and swap out A24 and put in my boy SpongeBob.
All right.
So Ethan Slater, for anyone who's like doesn't know what the hell I'm talking about. Ethan Slater from Wicked. Honestly, Ethan Slater does just have a weird presence in that movie. Not only the behind the scenes stuff, but like he's supposed to be playing. He's supposed to be playing a munchkin, and he's like by far the tallest person in the cast. There's just like he's just kind of a like the most uncomfortable kind of quote unquote nice guy in that movie. You know, like there's just a lot of ick factor to him in that movie, even outside of the Ariana Grande stuff. So yeah, I think he definitely deserves to be up here. All right.
Yeah.
And Dennis Quaid as well. Well deserved.
Yeah. Dennis Quaid is that shrimp scene is the worst scene of any movie I've ever seen. That scene disturbed me more than the real Speak No Evil stoning in the quarry scene.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I would rather watch that than Dennis Quaid eating shrimp ever again. Like, I hate that.
All right. And we have next up the honorary Bob Barker Award for Best Cameo.
That's the one. And locked in, we have Channing Tatum for Deadpool and Wolverine. And then we have 2 picks from Piece by Piece with Kendrick Lamar and Snoop Doggy Dogg.
Yes. Okay, so your boy Gronk got completely shut out, which I'm not surprised by.
That's valid. No, I just didn't have a second pick.
June Squibb only got 1, which I'm surprised by. I'm surprised that the Inside Out favoritism wasn't there with her.
Yeah.
Danny DeVito only got 2, and Idina Menzel and Kristen Chenoweth just totally ran away with this one with 8 votes. This might be the biggest shutout.
I'm surprised DeVito didn't do better.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
I mean, I think the win makes sense, but I'm surprised DeVito wasn't a little closer than that.
Mm-hmm. Maybe it was just because it wasn't that substantial of a role.
Yeah.
All right.
Rip
okay,
Gronk.
well, I don't know why the hell I did this order this way, because like I'm all over the place as far as my document goes. I hope you're keeping up okay.
I am, yeah, we're good.
Okay, best visual effects we're getting to now.
Yep. So we have locked in Dune Part 2, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, and Nosferatu.
And I am literally scrolling. Okay, I got it. Okay, this is where PerGron, this is where we had a little bit of a controversy. So I'm gonna read out the results, and then you're gonna tell us what we're gonna do. All right?
Okay.
Okay. So visual effects. In last place was Terrifier 3 with just 1 vote.
Mm-hmm.
Hundreds of Beavers got 4 votes, which I think is respectable. The Substance got 10. That was going to be the lock-in until literally overnight at the very last minute. Memoir of a Snail came in with 27 votes. So, PerGron, we have to address this.
Yeah, so this happened twice, I think.
Yeah.
Where Memoir of a Snail just ran away at like the last minute kind of thing. And where this happened twice, we think somebody who is a big fan probably just shared the poll or whatever and got a bunch of people to come over and jump on it. And while Tiki, I'm sure you appreciate the engagement. We didn't find that fair in both of these categories. We are going to take this time to kind of step in and be like, for this specific award, we are going to go with who was winning, and not allow the Memoir of a Snail steal to happen. We're going to hashtag stop the steal. And we are going to give it to the Substance.
And this also, it also ran away with it by a considerable margin in another category. But that being said, there was not another film that was really challenging it in that other category. So we're going to go ahead and lock that in when we get to it.
Right.
But yeah.
Okay.
All right. And now that we're past that, Best Villain.
So locked in, we have Count Orlok for Nosferatu, Dementis for Furiosa, a Mad Max saga, and Proximus Caesar for Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Okay. So this is one category that Memoirs of a Snail got shut out of. And it might be because, I swear to God, I tried looking like multiple different image search sites. I could not find a picture of Ruth from Memoirs of a Snail. So I literally just had to go with a picture of the poster. That might have been the difference maker. I don't know. But that got 0 votes. Let's see. Sherlock and Watson Beaver only got 1. I think that's a little bit of a wonky nomination. We probably could have just nominated the entire all the Beavers. That's kind of on me. My boy,
I don't think they were winning anyway.
Yeah, my boy Pete Seeger, he eked out 2 votes, PerGron.
He did. The nicest man in the world got 2 votes for being the biggest dickhead. I'll never let any of you live that down. I'm going to find you 2 and hunt you down.
And Fade Rotha, I mean, this only makes sense. This is probably one of the more obvious ones. He got locked in with 4. PerGron, God damn it, don't tempt me to swap out Dementis with Pete Seeger. I'm not going to, but I am fucking tempted.
Do it. Fuck it.
No. Dementis is... Furiosa needs some kind of representation.
Yes, it does.
And I feel like Dementis is a fair place to go for that. So,
all I can say is Count Orlok was swinging dick. Dementis swinging dick in a different way. Proximus Caesar, big dick energy. Fade Routha went in for seconds with Stellan Skarsgård's kiss. So we got some freaky weirdos. These are the weird little creeps, really.
Right. Okay, best ending.
All right. Locked in for best ending, we have Anora, Challengers, and I Saw the TV Glow.
Okay. Okay, give me 1 second to find it. Sorry. Okay. So again, this is one where Memoirs of a Snail really ran away with it, but we're gonna give it to it because no one else was really challenging it.
Right.
So My Old Ass got 0 votes, which more people need to check out that movie.
Yeah,
dude. That movie is totally
that
getting
movie.
swept under the rug. Nosferatu surprisingly only got 2 votes. I was very surprised about that.
Yeah.
Because it really showed up in other categories. Heretic got 4. And then Memoirs of a Snail got 24. So obviously that's going to get locked in.
Yep. Which is crazy, but that's okay.
I will let him have 1.
Yeah. No, that's fair. I liked Memoir of a Snail. But Heretics
I think I'm a lot higher on that than you are.
You
Honestly.
definitely are.
Yeah.
But I loved Heretics ending. Heretics ending was so good. So
Mhm.
just hashtag stop the steal.
I feel like Heretic kind of got shut out of quite a bit, honestly.
Yeah, including SAG.
Right.
Daniel
All
Craig.
right. Okay, so next we're going to go to best score.
Best score. So locked into best score, we have Hans Zimmer for Dune Part 2, Chris Bowers for The Wild Robot, and Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross for Challengers, a Golden Globe winners. And they're doing the new Tron Ares movie, which is super sick.
Yeah, but they're doing that as Nine Inch Nails, which
They
I think is
are.
even more intriguing.
Yeah.
All right, so I saw the TV Glow got 0 votes, which I think is very surprising.
Yeah. No Alex G fans out there, I guess.
I mean, I really thought our audience would be more into that movie than they were, honestly.
Yeah. Do you guys hate Challengers? Why do you hate Challengers?
I don't know. Yeah, they weren't really into Challengers either. Hundreds of Beavers and Conclave both got 1 apiece, and Flo gets in with 3. So this was one where there wasn't really that much activity on the poll.
Yep.
So again, Flo, keep track of it. I'm pretty sure that Flo has not been nominated for a wild card and not gotten in yet.
It's 2 for 2.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be a sweep.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, next up we got Best Needle Drop.
Yep. And locked in, we have Get Lucky from Piece by Piece, Like a Prayer from Deadpool and Wolverine, and The Times They Are a Changin' by a complete unknown.
Okay, for wild card, The Air That I Breathe got 0, which again, Heretic kind of locked out.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of surprising considering just how relevant that song is to the movie.
Yeah.
Memories from fucking Venom 3. Were you the 1 vote for that?
I was not. Not the vote for that.
Well, it got 1 vote.
Got 1 vote. Somebody out there was like, yeah.
MacArthur Park got 4 votes,
Mm-hmm.
and Blowin' in the Wind got 5 votes. So Blowin' in the Wind is our lock-in. And PerGron, I'm going to take this time just because I don't really feel super comfortable with just 2 fucking Timothée Chalamet covers making it in. I'm going to go ahead and swap out my nomination of The Times They Are a Changin' to MacArthur Park.
Okay.
I think that's the only other swap out I'm going to do.
All right. Yeah, that makes sense. I think Blowing in the Wind had the better needle drop anyway. I really liked that it was the way it was played.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Oh my god, my eczema is flaring up on my fucking feet. You didn't need to know that, but yeah, that's what's going on. It sucks. I'm sorry. I haven't had an eczema flare up in like a month.
Oh no, all the foot guys, stay away.
Oh, no, but getting it on your feet is the worst.
No, that sounds brutal.
Really is.
That sounds terrible.
I would rather have it on my leg any day than my feet, because I know I'm. Anyways, in between your toes. Ugh. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks. All right. Anyways, okay. Best voice performance.
All right. Locked in, we have Bill Skarsgård for Nosferatu, Maya Hawke for Inside Out 2, and Sarah Snook for Memoir of a Snail.
All right, if the Memoirs of a Snail people come out to play this round, I think this might be one of the most competitive categories that we have.
Yeah.
So Pete McCon and Kevin Durant, your 2 Apes boys. They only got 1 vote apiece. Brian Tyree Henry for Transformers 1 got 2 votes. And our walk-in here is going to be Pedro Pascal with 4 votes for the Wild Robot.
Okay. I'm tempted, but I'm not going to swap.
What are you tempted to do?
I want to bring my boy McCon in, but I'm not willing to get rid of Bill Skarsgård. I think that was an interesting
Are you
nomination.
Sure?
I am,
Bill
because
Skarsgård is already up for Best Villain.
He is, but he's also a really interesting voice
That's
performance.
true. All right. All
So
right.
I'm gonna keep him and just say you guys need to rewatch Apes because what are you on?
Okay.
Are
We're
you familiar with the concept of evolution?
all right. We're getting to the above the line stuff now. Let's get into best screenplay.
Screenplay. You really are all over the place. There we are.
All right. What do we
Oh
got?
shit, that's me. Sorry. We have My Old Ass, Conclave, Golden Globe winner, and DD.
All right. Okay, so yeah, the audience hates challengers apparently. It got one vote.
Crazy.
A Different Man and Heretic both got 2 votes apiece.
Uh-huh.
And then Mark It Up, I think it's 3 for 3.
It is
Flo
3 for 3.
got in and locked.
That's crazy.
Especially because it literally is a movie with 0 dialogue.
Right. No dialogue. Maybe that's why? I don't know.
Okay, remind me what I locked in here.
I think you logged in My Old Ass because I definitely did Conclave.
Fuck. Do either of us want to swap out our nomination for challengers?
I was actually thinking A Different Man.
I feel like A Different Man has a better chance to win than challengers at this point.
Yeah, seriously.
I don't know. The thing with My Old Ass is that it's like the movie that might have like emotionally impacted me the most this year. So I hesitate to swap it out, but I'll leave it up to you with Conclave.
Yeah, Conclave is like actively competing in the real awards. And by that I mean of course the fake awards. But I think it does have to stay here. I just really think it was a really strong screenplay.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Question.
Yes.
Is production design really high on your list, or are we missing it? Because I feel like production design was done before any of these.
We are totally missing it.
Okay. I want to make sure
we don't
calling
that out. That's the one I missed. Anything else that I missed?
No, that's it so far.
Okay.
So everything else is above the line. Yeah, so
hold on. Let me
okay.
Let's get the banner. Okay.
There it is. So for production design locked in, we have Memoir of a Snail, Nosferatu, and Hundreds of Beavers.
Okay. Okay. So this one was a total blowout. I feel like Wicked has like a little bit smaller of a fan base, but still definitely a fan base that has caught on to these polls. Dune Part 2 and Lisa Frankenstein both got 1 vote apiece. Beetlejuice only got 3, which, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think Beetlejuice is in the actual locked in nominations at all. Oh, except I did put it up there for MacArthur Park.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. And then Wicked ran away with this with 12.
Wow.
Which, I mean, I think it's deserved, but again, the cinematography does the admittedly really great production design no favors in that movie. That's the one unfortunate asterisk with that movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, now we're into the big boys, the real big boys.
All right, let's get to Best Director.
So yeah, we have Denis Villeneuve for Dune Part 2, which DGA did not nominate, but they nominated James Mangold, which like I love a real pain, not a real pain, a complete unknown, but
James that's Mangold, not really a director movie though.
Yeah. But yeah, so Denis Villeneuve gets here. Mike Cheslick for Hundreds of Beavers, and Robert and the Eggman for Nosferatu.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so fucking once again, you are totally right on. Fucking Challengers is getting absolutely 0 respect.
Yeah, why do we hate Challengers?
Luca Guadagnino got a big fat 0, big fat goose egg in this category.
Once again, Fluka Guadagnino strikes again.
Sean Baker and Jane Schoenbrunn got 1 apiece, which again, I would have thought that Schoenbrunn especially would have gotten at least a couple more.
Yeah, why don't we like this movie?
And running away with it is Corley Farge with 5 votes, which for the substance, which I think is deserved.
Deserved.
Honestly, I think the substance. We'll see if you're keeping track of the nominations, right? That might be a contender for like most nominations.
Thinking back on it, though, I am genuinely mad how I put it into one lock and then left it up to fate. That was
fate is on your side, my friend.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything you want to swap out here?
Nope. I put in the Eggman. The Eggman stays.
Right. That makes sense.
The Eggman cometh.
And again, I feel like I would put in Schönbrunn over Hundreds of Beavers if I thought she had a chance, but I don't. So yeah, I'm gonna stick with Hundreds of Beavers here. It's a shame though. All right. Okay, next up we are going supporting actress.
All right, and locked in we have Aubrey Plaza, Danielle Deadweiler for the Aubrey Plaza for My Old Ass, Danielle Deadweiler for the piano lesson, and Joan Chen for Dee Dee.
All right, this was another one where, like, weirdly, some of these late above the line categories, even Best Picture, didn't really get a lot of votes, which I thought was surprising. But maybe people were just kind of over it at that point, and that's kind of one of the reasons why we're going to go to once the actual voting starts tomorrow, we're going to do just 1 poll a day instead of 2. But for this, all 3 of Elle Fanning for A Complete Unknown, Rebecca Ferguson for Dune Part 2, and Katie O'Brien for help me out here, PerGron.
Love Lies Bleeding.
Thank you. I wanted to say Drive Away Dolls, but I know that wasn't me. Okay, and Melissa Barbaro just barely squeaking in there with 2 votes for A Complete Unknown.
Wow, that's it?
Yeah, just 2 votes.
All right, I hesitate to do this because I don't want this to be the White People Award. But
think about what you're going to do then.
I know, but I
can't swap out Aubrey, especially after what she literally just went through.
Well, Joan Chen's Asian, so we're good. I think I am going to swap out.
Wow.
I think I am going to swap out Danielle Deadweiler. I rewatched that movie, and as good as her performance is, I just didn't like that movie.
That's totally fair, and you know that movie in particular is not going to get any votes.
It doesn't stand a chance.
Yeah.
So I am going to swap Deadweiler. Especially now that she got the SAG nominee. I'm happy that she's at least getting some buzz. Do we have to put in ours, or can we put in another one? Oh wait, no, I did. I'm gonna put in Ferguson.
Yeah, you could have. I guess you could have put in another one if you wanted to.
Yeah, but I realized I nominated Ferguson.
Okay.
For whatever reason, I thought I had nominated Fanning. But yeah, I'm gonna put Ferguson for Dune Part 2.
# Tiki so white. Oh God, and you know the connotation with tiki too.
Oh no!
God. Jesus Christ!
#Stop the Steal.
Oh, all right. Okay, Best Supporting Actor.
Yeah, so we have Doug Manchesky for
Hell yeah,
Beavers.
He has no fucking chance, but I love that he's going to be up there.
Edward Norton for A Complete Unknown.
What a bastard.
Javier Bardem for Dune Part 2.
Okay, and we have David Johnson and Scoot McNeary both get 1 apiece. Jesse Plemons got 3, and Willem Dafoe running away with it with 5. What do you think? Is this a popularity thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. It's a Dafoe cult. The cult of Dafoe.
I'm disappointed that Plemons didn't get in. It looked like he might have caught up to Dafoe at some point, but I don't know, man. I don't think Doug Manchesky's going to win by any means. I'd be surprised if he even got a vote. But it's going to be so fun to put his picture up there. I can't resist. I can't swap him out.
Yeah, I can't swap Norton. I mean,
yeah.
It's Norton. It's Pete motherfucking Seeger.
Oh my God.
I think that's the one time that sentence. It's the one time anyone's ever said those words together. but I stand by him. I love
good.
Pete Seeger. I love all of those guys. I love Monica, or not Monica Barbaro. I do love Monica Barbaro, but I love Joan Baez. I love Bob Dylan. I love Pete Seeger. So, you know, ha- happy to keep him in there.
All right. Okay, best actor, or I'm sorry, best actress. Best actress.
All right. Yeah, God, keep the women down, Tiki. Doing
Okay,
the
I
Tiki
do it
thing.
based on how the Oscars do it. All right, blame the Oscars.
So we have Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo for Wicked, Lily Rose Depp for Nosferatu, and Mikey Madison for Anora.
All right, so this one, Zendaya only got one vote for challengers.
Why do you guys hate her? Why do you
know,
hate her
it's
so
weird.
much?
June Squibb got one vote for Thelma.
Mm-hmm.
Naomi Scott, I was happy to see that she got 3 votes for Smile 2. Put up a decent fight there, but the lock with 5 votes is going to be Demi Moore for The Substance, which is not really surprising.
Golden Globe winner. She's going to take the Oscar.
She might, honestly.
If Mikey Madison doesn't show up at SAG, like if that's not a thing, I think Demi Moore could take it. I genuinely do.
Well, then Mikey Madison is she's just screwed, and she should basically just go to career jail.
Right. And also, only superhero movies count as movies.
All right. Okay.
How does she have a career?
All right. Best actor.
Yeah, locked in. We have Kieran Culkin for A Real Pain, Mike Feist and Josh O'Connor for Challengers, and Timothée Chalamet for A Complete Unknown, which is how you pronounce his name, by the way.
All right. So your boy Dave Dashmalchin unfortunately got a big fat 0. That might just be because out of everything in the poll, like I'm only limited to 36 characters.
Right.
And so I literally had to type in just Dashmalchin. Late night W/T devil. So that might have had a factor. I don't know. I might have to get creative with some of these others that are getting, now that I have to make all the main polls. We'll see how that goes. Okay, but yeah, he got 0. This was honestly really close, man. This was one of the closest polls that we had. Timothée Chalamet got 3. Sebastian Stan also got 3. And Hugh Grant got 4.
Ooh.
So for once, Heretic actually did make it in.
Heretic shows up.
But I was also very happy that Sebastian Stan showed up.
I think the Globes helped. I really do.
Yeah,
I think the fact that he won that got people thinking.
Mm-hmm. All right. And we've just got one more category.
Fucking tough category. So is actress. Actress. If the Wicked Ladies win, I'm gonna say this now for everybody to watch. If the Wicked Ladies win actress, I'm gonna riot.
It's gonna be
really mad. I'm gonna be really, really mad. I will break out the alts. I will call on every person to.
Oh no.
No, but those two, the acting awards are going to be difficult.
All right, best picture.
Oh shit, that's me. We have Dune Part 2, Hundreds of Beavers, and Nosferatu.
All right. So we have A Complete Unknown, got a big fat goose egg. Once again, challengers not getting any respect, just one vote, just a single vote here. Fucking ridiculous. I had a really cool shot of the climax with the with Art serving the final shot. But no love.
Maybe all the awards bodies are voting on this for us because they're not giving challengers any love either.
Right. Anora got 2, and then The Substance got him with 3. So again, this is one where I was kind of surprised at the limited number of votes and I did keep the poll up for a little bit.
Yeah, you left it up for a while,
and literally no votes came in today. So I don't know what was up with that, but Oh, well.
YouTube keeping the man down.
I know, right?
Either way, The Substance, good pick.
All right. So now that you have, we'll go over the nominees.
Yeah.
Just all the locks, and then afterwards, would you like to reveal like the top 3 or 4 films that got the most nominations?
Yeah, I'm gonna tally them as we go. So
Okay.
all right. So for picture, we have locked in Dune Part 2, Hundreds of Beavers, Nosferatu, and The Substance. So those are going to be your best picture choices. Into actor, we have Kieran Culkin for A Real Pain, Mike Feist and Josh O'Connor for Challengers, Timothée Chalamet for A Complete Unknown, and Hugh Grant for Heretic. Sorry, I am tallying as we go. So
Okay. No problem.
we are going to act like it's 5 a.m. and we're revealing the nominees. For actress, we have Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo for Wicked. We have Demi Moore for The Substance. We have Lily Rose Depp for Nosferatu. And we have Mikey Madison for Anora. In supporting actor, we have Doug Manchesky for Hundreds of Beavers, Edward Norton for A Complete Unknown, Javier Bardem for Dune Part 2, and Willem Dafoe for Nosferatu. Nosferatu. For supporting actress, we have Aubrey Plaza for My Old Ass. We have Joan Chen for Dee Dee. We have Monica Barbaro for A Complete Unknown. And we have Rebecca Ferguson for Dune Part 2. I love how both supporting categories got a Dune, but neither main category got a Dune.
Yeah.
For director, we have Denis Villeneuve for Dune Part 2. We have Mike Cheslick for Hundreds of Beavers. We have Robert Eggers for Nosferatu. And we have Coralie Farge for The Substance. For screenplay, we have My Old Ass. We have Conclave. We have Dee Dee. Sorry, My Old Ass. Conclave with its one award. Dee Dee and Flow.
Mm-hmm.
For voice performance, we have Bill Skarsgård for Nosferatu. Maya Hawke for Inside Out 2. Sarah Snook for Memoir of a Snail. And Pedro Pascal for The Wild Robot. For Needle Drop, we have Get Lucky from Piece by Piece. Like a Prayer from Deadpool and Wolverine. Yeah. Blowing in the Wind from A Complete Unknown. And MacArthur Park from Beetlejuice. Sorry, those were long names to type.
It's all good.
For best score, we have Dune Part 2, The Wild Robot, Challengers, and Flow. So Dune Part 2, The Wild Robot, Challengers, and Flow. For ending, we have Anora, Challengers, I Saw the TV Glow, and Memoir of a Snail.
as much as I love the ending to Challengers, I really, really want to see at least a couple votes in that category for fucking I Saw the TV Glow.
Yeah.
If it deserves any love, it deserves it in that category.
Yeah, definitely. For villain, we have Nosferatu. We have Count Orlok. Furiosa, a Mad Max saga with Dementus. And Proximus Caesar from Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. And Fade Routha Harkonnen from Dune Part 2. For production design, we have Memoir of a Snail. We have Nosferatu. We have Hundreds of Beavers. And we have Wicked.
That's going to be interesting because that's going to be Memoirs of a Snail versus Wicked going at it.
Yep. Unless the boys, all of you, go out and watch Hundreds of Beavers.
Dude, I really want Hundreds of Beavers to at least make a dent in one of these categories.
Right. For visual effects, we have Dune Part 2, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, Nosferatu, and The Substance. That'll be a tough one. I don't even know who.
What did I nominate there?
You nominated Nosferatu, I think. Yeah.
Okay,
I did Apes.
You know what?
You can do a little swippy swap?
I think I'm going to swap that with Hundreds of Beavers.
Okay.
I just think Hundreds of Beavers, just from a technical level, I mean, obviously Nosferatu's impressive. Obviously, the visual effects in that movie are great. But, like, Hundreds of Beavers, to this day, like, I've seen it a handful of times. To this day, like, especially as you get into the third act, I genuinely have no idea how they pulled that shit off on the budget they had. So I think I'm going to have to swap Nosferatu out with Hundreds of Beavers.
Okay. The honorary Bob Barker Award for Best Cameo. We have Channing Tatum in Deadpool and Wolverine. Kendrick Lamar in Piece by Piece. Snoop Dogg in Piece by Piece. And Idina Menzel and Kristen Chenoweth in Wicked.
Which they're going to run away with it, but we all know that somebody from Piece by Piece should get it.
Mm-hmm. It's the powerful or the funny rule.
Right.
I don't know. I think Channing Tatum could take it.
Channing Tatum has a shot. You're right.
I think he has a shot.
Unfortunately, our Piece by Piece guys are going to get left in the dust, probably.
Yep. Watch the...
I mean, we don't know. Like, remember last year, fucking Ninja Turtles Mutant Madness, of all things, came out with a couple surprise wins, so we don't know.
That is true.
Yeah.
So for the Barry Keoghan Honorary Weirdest Little Creep Award, we have Nicolas Cage in Longlegs, Shia LaBeouf in the one award it is ever going to be nominated for in Megalopolis, Dennis Quaid in The Substance, and SpongeBob himself, Ethan Slater, for Wicked.
Yes.
He's not the home wrecker. The wrecked Homer.
He's kind of the home wrecker.
He is. He got the home. His home was the home wrecky.
But I mean, Ariana was with someone too.
That is true. She was.
So I feel like they're both co-home wreckers.
They're co-home wreckers. The comb wreckers.
Oh God.
All right. For cinematography, we have Challengers.
Please give that some love, motherfuckers. I'm begging you.
We have
at least like 3 votes. That's all I'm asking for. 3 votes.
I'm actually going to do this a better way. Hold on. I'm not going to keep typing. I have a better way to do this. I'm just going to Command F this one when we're done. So cinematography, Challengers, Flow, Nosferatu, and Dune Part 2.
Okay.
For the honorary Florence Pugh Best Year Award, we are going to give it to Dan Stevens, Neon Pictures, Pedro Pascal, and Willem Dafoe.
You know what? Did we talk about the fact that like oh God, why am I fucking Glenn Powell? Like Glenn Powell didn't even get into our wild cards, which is surprising.
Yeah. The Gran Turismo Honorary Most Annoying Trailer Award. We have Argyle, Speak No Evil, Thunderbolts Asterisk, and a Minecraft movie. I think Minecraft runs away with that one.
I think it's going to take it.
But anyone
Argyle absolutely fucking deserves it. I know that your team.
Speak No Evil
I know.
deserves.
I know.
I'm gonna share this shit on Reddit. You're gonna get.
Oh God.
Gonna get review. I don't even
Reddit
go on
would
Reddit.
definitely agree with you. I have seen that sentiment on Reddit.
I don't even go on Reddit, but I'm gonna go on there for that.
I read Reddit just if I need reading material while I eat. I never post on it.
I go through the Lego Star Wars leak thread sometimes.
Wow, awesome.
Best sound, we have A Complete Unknown, The Substance, Twisters, and Flow.
All right.
Best animated feature, we have Flow, Memoir of a Snail, The Wild Robot, and Inside Out 2.
Which, judging by our trajectory, I am guessing that Memoir of a Snail is going to take this, but I'm going to be curious if that voting block comes back.
Yeah, show up to vote, guys. Don't let the snails win. Best ensemble, we have A Complete Unknown, Anora, Wicked, and Juror Numero Dos.
I think that's a really solid set of ensemble casts right there.
Yeah. The Dark Knight Rises Honorary Most Disappointing Award. We have Emilia Perez, Joker Folie à Deux, Saturday Night, and The Front Room. And finally, the Sing Sing Award for the absolute dog shit distribution of a film, A24 for Sing Sing. Although, I posed this question to you.
Okay. Do you want to throw the Brutalist there?
I have two.
Okay.
I have A24 for the Brutalist. And then I have whoever the fuck is doing Nickel Boys, because where the fuck is Nickel Boys?
Yeah, Nickel Boys is fair. I don't want to give it to A24 for the Brutalist just because it's annoying. I totally get it, but they are being very deliberate with making that movie an event, and it suckered me in. I went to fucking San Francisco to watch it in IMAX, so I can't say that what they're doing isn't working, even if it's annoying. Honestly, though, PerGron, we've got too many other fucking polls. Nobody actually cares about Nickel Boy. So, with all due respect.
Sing Sing can take it.
Yeah.
Last year was the
Nickel
year
Boys. I'm expecting Nickel Boys to just randomly show up in my movie theater. Like, I had no idea that my movie theater was going to get The Last Showgirl this week until it randomly just showed up, you know? I'm expecting it's going to be the same thing with Nickel Boys. Sing Sing, who the fuck knows? Like, really, who the fuck knows?
I just got it randomly one day. Like, it just showed up at, like, an artisanal theater I go to.
Right. Yeah, so I think Sing Sing absolutely deserves to be the only nominee in that category.
That's fair. All right. Do you want to vamp for a couple minutes about movies while I tally these votes?
Sure. So I guess I will say with the Brutalist is that that was not featured here because I had not gotten a chance to get yet. There were a couple slots I could have fitted into. Definitely best cinematography, definitely best score. Honestly, out of anything with the Brutalist, the big thing I take away is the score is really, really memorable. The sound design is really memorable. Guy Pearce is really giving it his all. He's a bastard in the movie, but he's really giving it his all. So yeah, it's a movie that I'm divided on. I think the first half is better than the second half. That being said, some of the things I've read about the second half I definitely want to see it a second time once it gets a little closer to me. And I'd be down to do a podcast with you about it once you do see it.
Once I get to see it, yeah.
Because I think it's going to be a very interesting conversation piece of a movie.
Yeah, I'm excited to see it when it eventually shows up.
And then Last Showgirl, I actually did really like. I don't know if it's going to be on my top 20 or anything, but I thought it was a very respectable movie. Pamela Anderson, definitely a really runaway performance there. I would love to see her nominated for Best Actress. I'm rooting for her almost as much as I am Demi Moore.
Mm-hmm. She got SAG.
Yeah. Also, freaking Dave Bautista in that movie. No one's really talking about him in that movie, but he does a really good job. He's kind of the heart of the whole movie.
Hmm.
Um, and then Jamie Lee Curtis. I will say that if Jamie Lee Curtis won Best Supporting Actress for this movie, she would have deserved it way more than she did for Everything Everywhere. Like, this feels like that kind of like situation where they already gave it to her, so she's probably not even going to get nominated. But it's just straight up a better performance than Everything Everywhere.
Mm.
All right, you almost done there?
Getting there.
Fuck. All right.
I mean,
Uh,
yeah. Any movies you're stoked for?
yeah. I mean, I don't know if we still want to do our most. Well, I know that you did do your most
I did do
anticipated.
mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured you and Dragon would do that one. So
Right.
I
We'll probably end up doing that maybe tomorrow, I'm guessing. I don't know. For me, the untitled Trey Parker movie, I'm really
mm,
stoked for. We'll have to see how that goes. Let's see what else this next upcoming year. I mean, so like obviously stuff like Wicked for Good, I'm excited
mhm.
about. Uh Let's see. One of the big ones that I'm really anticipating actually is 28 Years Later. That's up there for me
Mm.
as far as most anticipated. That trailer really got me.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm very hyped.
Plus Danny Boyle coming back to the franchise.
Yeah.
Um, I know that I am not stoked for basically anything that Disney is coming out with, including the animation, except for I'm pretty hyped for Avatar. I'm not going to lie.
Fair
I'm
enough. It
hyped
made
for
my list.
Avatar as a cinematic experience more than an actual movie, but I'm still
Right.
hyped to have that cinematic experience.
That's fair. Yeah, I don't know if you watched my list, but it was on there.
Was it? Okay. I need to I did you all do your list in just the one part? Because I thought it said part one.
No, it was all one part.
Okay, okay. I still need to watch the rest of your video.
Yeah, we're gonna put out an edited version at some point. For those of you guys who don't know, I'm starting a movie channel with a couple of my friends. I'll still be happy to jump on here and continue to do things. We're gonna do more edited videos than live stuff.
That's fair. Yeah, yeah.
We did live just to get the VOD really.
Right, right,
Um,
right.
but yeah, we're gonna do stuff like that. I'm gonna be doing a monthly recap series where I
Right.
cover all the movies that I saw in a month. Um,
Hmm.
Yeah, it'll basically
Hmm.
be
I
movie
wonder where
memoirs
you got
without.
that format
I
from.
actually got it from Karsten Runquist, but
That's fair. That's he's really
yeah,
good. I can we just shout him
yeah,
out for a minute? He's one of my
yeah,
favorite
he's
film
awesome.
YouTubers right now.
Yeah, him. I know he just changed his name, but the film Drunk, I'm a big fan of, even if his take on Wicked I don't agree with. Um, Grace Randolph, of
Oh my god!
course.
Oh, we need to do a whole fucking podcast on Grace Randolph, dude.
Yeah, we do.
Honestly,
The fuck is that lady? Um, fucking how even? How do you go that long without buying a fucking camera? How do you, she's been on for as long as I've been consuming um like film.
I mean, she's like up there with Stuckman and Jeremy Johns as one of the old timers. She's one
Yeah.
of the old
She
guards of the entire
predated Screen
platform.
Junkies. She predated
Yeah.
pretty much everybody. Like
Hmm.
what the fuck? I'm not
Did
gonna
she
count.
predate fucking Doug
I think
Walker?
she's got to be around there, but he's the same fucking way. Buy a camera, you pieces of shit. Stop recording. I know
Okay,
I'm
to be
recording on
fair
an
with
8
Doug Walker, compare the first Nostalgia
and
Critic videos to
yeah,
his new stuff.
right. That's fair. I'll give him that. But guys, buy a fucking camera. Buy a headset. Buy a mic. You are professionals. They're I'm not gonna count these trailer award ones.
No, I mean
Um
anything where it's only gotten a couple, don't even bother.
yeah. All right, I think I am done. Yeah, I'm not going to count the disappointing either. Yeah, I am done. So I have the full rundown of all of them. Not
Do it in
counting the...
order of least nominated to most nominated, if you
So
have
least
that.
nominated, we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Oh my
9-way tie with A Real Pain, Heretic,
For one
Conclave,
nomination apiece, I
I
assume.
Saw the TV Glow, Furiosa, Longlegs, Megalopolis, Twisters, and Juror Number 2, all with one nomination apiece.
The only one
With
I'm really surprised by is I am genuinely surprised that I Saw the TV Glow only got one nomination. I am genuinely surprised about that.
Yeah. With a 6-way tie, we have My Old Ass, Dee Dee, Inside Out 2, Deadpool and Wolverine, Beetlejuice, and Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, each with 2.
Okay.
Then Piece by Piece and The Wild Robot tie with 3. Challengers, Honora, and Memoir of a Snail all get 4. Wicked, Flow, and Hundreds of Beavers each got 5.
Nice.
A Complete Unknown and The Substance both got 6. Dune Part 2 got 8. And coming out on top is Nosferatu, which achieved 9 awards, or 9 nominations, which keeps all of these movies below the Zendaya clause.
Yeah.
Something we threw away, but the Zendaya clause did not matter because all of these stayed under 10 nominations.
All right, perfect. I like the I like how the top 3 are kind of close together, but kind of different, wildly different movies in a lot of respects.
And yeah, I mean, besides Hundreds of Beavers, the top 3, or 3 of the top 4 are all Best Pictures that we nominated, with A Complete Unknown sneaking in there.
A Complete Unknown got a lot in like the performance side.
It did.
Yeah. Because it got 3 out of the 4 categories into performance.
Yeah, so those are going to be your nominations. Get out there and vote for who you love. Get out there and share it with Memoir of a Snail fan groups. Write in Memoir of a Snail for every category.
Oh, Jesus Christ. My
no, we don't accept write-ins. We're perfect. We literally, this was a carefully curated list.
I mean, honestly, like I do like how I do think that the wild, if I were to do it over again, I might. I don't know if the wild card stuff was necessary for all the categories. I think it might have drawn it out a little too much, especially as evident by the fact that like the last couple categories didn't really get a lot of attention. But I am really liking the process that we had where you and I both lock in one nomination.
Yeah.
And then the audience locks one in based on what, like, I like the trade-off here where we're calling the nominees, but you're calling the actual winners. So, all right, PerGron. Well, you're going to be with us a couple more times in the next week or so.
Yes,
tomorrow, we're going to be doing episodes 6 and 7 of Skeleton Crew. I had kidney stones last week, so that's why I wasn't able to come on for episode 6. Thankfully, that is taken care of now. Thank God, miraculously. It was brutal for like a day, but like honestly, all things considered, like I will take one day of pain over having to go to the hospital and fucking getting surgery and everything. So that turned out about as good as it could have.
That's valid.
So we'll be doing Skeleton Crew episodes 6 and 7. Probably, in all honesty, mostly episode 7. I'm not gonna lie. Episode 6 was good, but episode 7 was like there's a lot to talk about in that episode, plus it's the Lee Isaac Chung episode. So we'll briefly touch on episode 6, but it's mostly gonna be an episode 7 discussion. And then you and I, along with Blue Dragon 5, will be back on I said I wouldn't be. Can you do Tuesday?
Yeah.
Because I said Wednesday and Thursday. Let's do Tuesday and Wednesday because I was going to sit out Tuesday because of fucking Deal or No Deal Island. I was going to watch that with my grandparents, but then I realized my grandparents literally have the flu. I can't physically watch shit with them. So, like, yeah, no use, like, delaying what's already kind of a little bit delayed. So, let's lock that in. Part 1 is going to be Yeah, part 1's going to be Tuesday. Part 2 is going to be Wednesday.
Yeah, so we'll go over our 20 to 11
Mhm.
and then our 10 through 1s.
I genuinely have no idea what movie Dragon's going to pick as his number 1.
I feel like I'm really predictable. I feel like my top 10. Put your guesses in the comments, and don't go to my letterbox, you fuckers. Don't cheat.
All right. On that note, have a good night, everyone. See you later.